I'm overthinking this first video that I'm putting out. Let me just pull over and record this video. I just had a thought. I've been trying to carefully plan my very first video on this second channel. Instead of just overthinking, I decided to just pull over and share this thought with you. Let me adjust the camera. I feel like the only way out is online. With the economy being very unstable, pretty much my 17 years of real estate experience kind of going down the drain. Lots of changes in real estate. Also, people just can't afford to buy. Investors pulling out. I worked in hard money lending for 2 years. I've always wanted to make money online. Let me just preface by saying I have started making money online. I am just really trying to figure out what is going to really get me to a much better financial place. I've had thoughts my whole life of how much easier things would be with a husband or a boyfriend, but there's just something inside of me that makes me feel like I have to achieve my own financial independence. And that's kind of why I ended up coming up with this YouTube channel name. Although I would love to have a boyfriend or a husband and split the bills and whatever else, it's not, I'm not going to force myself to go into a relationship or get married or fake a bunch of emotions for somebody just to get the financial security. My brain doesn't think like that. I might be in a little bit of credit card debt myself, but I have been investing some of my money for a little over 8 years now. Just a little, but it's not enough for me to pull from and just solve all my world problems. I've been doing probably a little bit better than most single moms. Between being in real estate, I've been in all sectors of real estate, leasing, seeing people not even be able to get approved for an apartment. I've been a realtor, seeing people don't even have 20% down. They don't have their credit together, and spending the last 2 years total working directly in the sales department of mortgage, mostly seeing the opposite, dealing with nothing but real estate investors who are building wealth. I thought, if I have an expertise in anything as far as experience, it's going to be the background of real estate, not just my own life experiences of going in and out of debt, times where I've had thousands of dollars in my savings, $0 on a credit card, to having no money. And then it's happening again and again and again. And of course, the only thing that ever got me out of my situation was having a full-time job. But that is really difficult these days. I've tried. Last time I got laid off was 3 years ago. And I've had to pull money out of little micro savings that I've had. I'm still not in a place that I wanted to be. Being in mortgage sales was supposed to be what was going to get me to where I needed to be, and then some, and pay off student loans, and to have even more money that I could put into investing into 401k and other life insurance products. My whole thing is I'm not giving up on dating completely. But in order to build a business, I have to be very careful about where my time goes. I want to build more online income. I have another YouTube channel. It's more of my personal brand, and I really feel like I want to speak to women, all women, but specifically women that don't have husbands, single moms at that, to really, I guess you could say, form a community, form some sort of support for people who are struggling. Quite literally, or you could not be struggling, but you're maybe worried about your future. Still be looking for ways to secure yourself financially. And for a lot of us, we all know the truth. If we could secure ourselves financially, it will solve a lot of our problems. It'll at least give us more options and more opportunity, do whatever we need to do to get to other options and opportunity, if that makes any sense. I feel like the only way out is online. I just kind of want to go straight into the meat and potatoes. I had this whole plan where I was like, I've got to do these videos first, and then I've got to do these videos, and I've got to do these videos to get to the part where I end up telling people what I already know, which is I feel like the only way into financial security is going to be online. A business that you can do anywhere from your phone and a laptop, especially for single moms. If you have to be at home taking care of your children, hello, that's me. Many times I have to not go do gig work to sit at home with my 8-year-old when he's got a week-long break for this and a break for that. It's like every month there's a teacher conference day or student teacher break day. Sometimes I wonder, how do parents that have to physically go to work every day navigate these challenges, especially with multiple children? I just want to be mobile, do videos, connect with people. I have a lot of friends, I have a lot of family, but our phones are the way that we communicate with people. If anything, I do talk to people. I'm not on here because I'm lonely. In fact, it's the complete opposite. I'm never bored. I'm never lonely. I'm so busy. A lot of times we do just need to make more money. We do just need to pay off our debt and get our credit score up to survive this economic downturn. And guess what? There's going to be plenty more coming in the future. And that's what I was originally trying to strive for when I decided to finally go into the sales section of mortgage. Now, here's the funny thing. With my other YouTube channel, I've been wanting to really get people into personal branding or just branding whatever it is that they're trying to create. I was a graphic design major 20-something years ago. I have also learned so much since I started my first and second Etsy shops back in 2021, 2022, along with digital marketing, digital products, and all these things, designing the digital product, doing the mock-up, doing the description, doing the keywords. I've been learning so much. If anything, those are things that most people can learn on YouTube. But the one thing that most people have a difficulty is picking something. Picking something that they're passionate about. Before I even named this podcast, I do have a podcast, by the way. It's called No Open Required. I'm overthinking this first video that I'm putting out. Let me just pull over and record this video. I'm overthinking this first video that I'm putting out. Let me just pull over and record this video. I'm overthinking this first video that I'm putting out. Let me just pull over and record this video as well. But before I named this channel, the podcast, the main thing that I've been preaching to so many people that just would naturally come out of my mouth is, what if you never get a husband? Or what if you get a husband and leaves you, he passes, he loses his job in this economy, he's no longer the breadwinner, everybody's going broke. At this day and age, sure, it would be nice if all the men could make enough money and the women could also make money, but that everyone could just literally be able to survive technically on one person's income. But that is not the case anymore. It's really sad because in real estate, most people are buying a house with someone else. And when you're paying into a mortgage with someone, it's usually because not one of those people can qualify to buy a house on their own. What happens is when, God forbid, somebody gets divorced or their spouse is no longer around, the person that's left with the bills of the mortgage can't afford it. I see it too many times. If someone loses their job, passes, leaves, other person left, mostly with the house or the kids, can't afford life. There's a big part of me that is glad that I haven't naturally gotten married or moved in with somebody. It's kind of forcing me to push my way through, being just enough of a fire lit under my butt that it's pushing me even more. I just said, I'm overthinking this first video that I'm putting out. Let me just pull over and record this video. This wasn't even the order that I wanted to do anything in. I want to go ahead and start this channel off with the end result. The end result being that for years, I've thought about having business from a laptop and a phone that I can do from anywhere in the world so that I can make the content, upload the content, connect with people, read my email, read my comments, so that I can be doing more of growing the business or growing myself as a business. I've tried a product-based business. Okay. My second Etsy shop was a digital shop. I wish I would have stuck by a little bit longer to keep growing it into like 300-400 products, but I really knew I wanted to do YouTube. You know, a lot with dating is changing too. I've been happy being single. Like, I'm fine being single. Sure, I'd love a partner, but I'm not bored. I'm not depressed. I'm not crying. I have lots of friends here. I have my son. He entertains me. With that being said, if you resonate with this video, please comment below. I want to hear what everybody is feeling. I know I'm not the only one. I watch so much YouTube. It just kills me for the people that are posting things on social media, complaining, crying, taking these layoffs very personally. I have been laid off 3 times since the pandemic. I've been laid off a total of 5 times in my life. So I've also been through that a lot of times. It is scary. If anything, I've looked at it as a challenge, as, oh, this is God in the universe just lighting the fire. But it really kills me to see women in a emotional capacity that they literally feel like it's the end of the world. And I've always felt like, having options, really the thing that we all need to think about. We're not stuck. There's always a solution to something. It's kind of like Marie Forleo's, she named her book after one of the things that she would always used to say when I first started following her, I kid you not, 10 years ago. Got this quote that I'm about to say, and she said that's what her mother would tell her. It's always figure outable. I want to leave you with that. This is getting too long. I will see you soon. Thanks.